Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see the application of Fourier's law for a hollow sphere. Now let us consider a hollow sphere of an inner radius r1 and outer radius r2. Let the material of the hollow sphere has a thermal conductivity mentioned by capital K. Let the inner surface to be considered as surface 1, outer surface to be considered as surface 2. The inner surface has a temperature of T1, the outer surface has a temperature of T2. Here T1 is greater than T2, we are assuming. So the heat is going to flow radially outward direction. The heat is going to flow radially outward direction. Which is represented by Q, and we are going to consider the Q constant in all the direction. So rate of heat flow in all the direction remains constant. So applying Fourier's law, we have Q equal to minus Ka dt by dr. Now here we are taking radius, inner radii and outer radii, so dt by dr instead of dt by dx. Further, we'll mark this as a first equation. So Q equal to minus Ka dt by dr. Now rearranging this term, rearranging the equation 1, we have Q upon A dr equal to minus K dt. In this case, the boundary conditions are first one at r equal to r1, t equal to t1. Second boundary condition at r equal to r2, t equal to t2. Now what we are going to do? We are going to apply these two boundary conditions for this rearranged equation number 2. Now here, so we will list out the constant. So Q will remain constant. Then K again is going to remain constant, as we have considered thermal conductivity to be as a constant, and A will be 4 pi r square. For hollow sphere, the area perpendicular to the heat flow will be 4 pi r square. Now let us put the area value, and taking out the constant outside the integration, we have Q integration from r1 to r2 1 upon 4 pi r square dr equal to integration from t1 to t2 minus k outside integration from t1 to t2 dt. Now let us integrate. So what is the integration of 1 upon r square? It is minus 1 upon r. So you have minus 1 upon r, r1 to r2 equal to minus k in bracket t, t1 to t2. So you are going to have Q upon 4 pi, it will be minus 1 upon r2 minus of minus plus 1 upon r1 equal to, this will be k in bracket t2 minus t1. So taking negative sign inside this side also, we have Q upon 4 pi 1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2 equal to k into T1 minus T2. q upon 4 pi. Just do simplification. So you have r2 minus r1 upon r1 r2 equal to k in bracket t1 minus t2. Now shifting this term 4 pi r1 minus r2 minus r1 divided by r1 minus r2 towards a right hand side, you have q equal to 4 pi k r1 r2 t1 minus t2 divided by r2 minus r1. So this will be the heat rate transfer in hollow sphere. Heat rate transfer in a hollow sphere. Now if you want to find out at r equal to capital R, T equal to TR, if you want to find out the temperature, what you are going to do, you are going to rewrite the equation and you are going to equate this equation with 4 pi k. R1 will remain as it is. Instead of R2 it will be capital R. T1 will remain as it is. Instead of T2 it will be T capital R divided by R minus small r. So just cancel out the common term you have. And shifting this side, so you have T1 minus T2 equal to R2 minus R1 into T1 minus TR upon R2 into R minus R1. So from this relation, if TR is known to you, you may find out the value of capital R. If R is known to you, you may find out the value of temperature at radius r, T suffix r. Okay? So this is the derivation for heat rate transfer in a hollow sphere. Application of Fourier law for a hollow sphere. Thank you all for watching this video.